Agong MPs pay tribute to frontliners. 971 positive COVID-19 patients have made interstate travels. Thanks for joining me, Renee Fong, on Updates at Noon. Malaysia faces a COVID-19 as a united, strong, resilient and disciplined nation. This was outlined by the Yang di-Pertuan Agong Al-Sultan Abdullah Riayatuddin Al-Mustafa Billah Shah in his royal address at the opening of the third session of the 14th Parliament. The King also said that the opening ceremony of the Parliament this time was different than usual due to the war against COVID-19. In his royal address, Al-Sultan Abdullah conveyed his gratitude for all frontliners who have been working hard to combat the spread of COVID-19.
Dalam saat getir ini, petugas barisan hadapan negara terutamanya Perkhidmatan Kesihatan, Angkatan Tentera Malaysia, Polis Diraja Malaysia, Jabatan Bomba dan Penyelamat Malaysia, Jabatan Imigresen Malaysia, Agensi Pengurusan Bencana Negara, Angkatan Pertahanan Awam Malaysia, Jabatan Sukarelawan Malaysia dan lain-lain agensi yang turut terlibat telah tampil dengan penuh dedikasi yang tinggi menghadapi serangan wabak ini. Pengorbanan mereka tidak pernah mengenal erti penat maupun takut, hinggakan nyawa dan keselamatan diri sendiri menjadi taruhan demi menjaga kemaslahatan dan kepentingan orang ramai.
In response to this remark, all members of Parliament, senators and guests present during the royal address joined the King to give a standing ovation for all the frontliners. On another note, Al-Sultan Abdullah then said the government needed to look at ways to help companies and businesses affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. His Majesty expressed hope that the initiatives taken by the Economic Action Council, including the 260 billion ringgit Prihatin Rakyat Economy Stimulus Package, could protect the welfare of the Rakyat and the country's economy. His Majesty expressed concern over the current challenges affecting Malaysia, which practices open economy. However, the King believes that the government will continue to strive to minimize the impacts of COVID-19 on the Rakyat and the country. Earlier, vehicles carrying members of Parliament and cabinet ministers began arriving at the Parliament House from 9 a.m. to attend the opening ceremony of the third session of the 14th Parliament today. Their movement was strictly controlled by the Royal Malaysia Police personnel, with every vehicle being thoroughly inspected at the main entrance. Almost 100 local and foreign media practitioners had also flocked outside the building from as early as 7:30 a.m. to cover the event. Meanwhile, the Health Ministry conducted health screening on about 950 individuals who are involved with today's opening of the third term of the 14th parliamentary session. Health Director General Datuk Dr. Nur Hisham Abdullah said this includes members of Parliament, VIPs, as well as the staff working in the Parliament. He also said that most of them tested negative for the virus.
Setakat ni kalau kita lihat jumlah yang telah dikenal pasti adalah 960, iaitu MP dan warga kerja di Parlimen 960. Tetapi yang hadir untuk saringan dan ujian ialah 950, dan kita juga telah dapat keputusan untuk 948 negatif. Dan 2 masih pending, mungkin kita akan dapat keputusannya petang ni. Dan 10 tidak hadir, iaitu 10 tidak hadir, 8 adalah warga kerja di Parlimen, dan ada 2 MP kerana mereka telah sedang dikuarantinkan kerana ada kontak rapat dengan pesakit yang positif.
On another note, Datuk Dr. Noor Hisham also noted that 971 positive COVID-19 patients have had a history of interstate travel. They comprised 14.1% of the total COVID-19 positive cases recorded as of 17th May. As such, the Health Director General has urged the public to adhere to Conditional Movement Control Order, CMCO, especially during the festive season.
Sebanyak 18 kluster daripada jumlah keseluruhan 49 kluster yang pernah dicatatkan di Malaysia juga adalah berkaitan dengan aktiviti merentas negeri. 10 daripada kluster-kluster tersebut adalah masih aktif setakat kini. Kementerian Kesihatan menghargai usaha dan terima kasih atas tindakan penguatkuasaan oleh PDRM bagi memastikan pematuhan masyarakat kepada syarat-syarat PKPB terus kekal tinggi. Ini penting supaya orang ramai tidak menyalahgunakan kelonggaran yang telah diberikan oleh kerajaan.
About 1,700 vehicles had attempted to travel interstate to their respective hometowns. All of them were instructed to turn back by the police. Postgraduate students in research modes such as Masters and Doctor of Philosophy PhD are allowed to resume their academic activities. Senior Minister Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri Yaakob made the announcement during his daily National Security Council NSC briefing yesterday.
Kebenaran ini hanya melibatkan 31,508 pelajar di 462 IPT yang perlu melakukan penyelidikan secara fizikal di makmal, bengkel dan studio reka bentuk kerana memerlukan peralatan yang khusus untuk kajian mereka.
Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri explained that there were at least 60 students in each institution. He added that the students are allowed to come to campus for research and education purposes. In another development, Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri said the Police and Communications and Multimedia Commission have opened 265 investigation papers on fake news related to COVID-19. He explained that 178 cases are still being investigated while 30 have been charged in courts. 11 were issued with warning notice and 18 pleaded guilty.
Kalau kita tak lupa, ada satu kes yang melibatkan BVIP yang menyebarkan, yang share saja, berkongsi berita palsu, telah pun dihadapkan ke mahkamah. Bukan originalnya daripada dia, tetapi dia hanya berkongsi, pun salah dan telah pun dihadapkan ke mahkamah.
Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri urged the rakyat to verify any news before sharing it to other people. He explained that the Communications and Multimedia Commission will not tolerate any individuals who committed that offence. In the meantime, Minister in the Prime Minister's Department, Datuk Seri Dr. Zulkifli Muhammad Al-Bakri, is pleased with the Muslims' compliance rate under standard operating procedure set for them to perform solat in selected masjids and suraus during the CMCO period. He said based on surveillance conducted, the compliance rate in the Federal Territory stands at about 99.5%.
Jadi apa-apa kelemahan-kelemahan sedikit sebanyak kita cuba perkemaskan dari semasa ke semasa. Alhamdulillah pelaksanaannya cukup menarik, social distancing dengan memakai mask, pelitup muka, hidung dan juga beberapa lagi dengan sanitizer dan lain-lain lagi, serta pengambilan kedatangan kehadiran akan memungkinkan pelaksanaannya lebih disiplin dan lebih cermat dan lebih berhati-hati insya-Allah.
Datuk Seri Dr. Zulkifli said the SOP compliance rate has always been observed during the congregational prayers. The government will continue its disinfection operation in mosques and suraus nationwide, following the announcement made by several states that have started to allow prayers being conducted in small congregations. Deputy Housing and Local Government Minister Datuk Seri Ismail Abdul Muttalib said for this, the management of the mosques are urged to adhere to the SOP set by the government in efforts to curb the spread of COVID-19 infection. Datuk Seri Ismail said the congregations must observe social distancing, use hand sanitizers and face masks in the mosques.
Sebab itulah kita minta SOP ada. Kita hadkan masjid ni lebih kurang 30 orang. Jarak distancing antara individu tu mesti kekal lebih kurang 3 meter dan terhadkan dalam 30 orang dalam masjid. Sebab itulah kita minta supaya pusat-pusat seperti ini mesti menyediakan ikut SOP. Umpamanya jarak duduk antara individu. Yang kedua menyediakan mask. Mestilah pakai mask.
He added that a total of 6,405 disinfection operations were done in various buildings and premises, including mosques nationwide, since 15th May. 6 non-governmental organizations, NGOs related to Palestine, have pleaded to the Malaysian government to object the Israeli Zionist regime from taking over the West Bank area. The appeal dated 17th May was submitted to Prime Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin. The letter was signed by Malaysian Consultative Council of Islamic Organizations, MAPIM, Humanitarian Care Malaysia Berhad, MyCare, Malaysian Palestine Cultural Organization, PCOM, Al-Quds Foundation Malaysia, DBS Malaysia, as well as the Barisan Kebangkitan Semula Islam. According to the letter, in conjunction of the 72nd anniversary of the Nakbah incident on 15th May 1948, the NGOs wish to withdraw Malaysia's attention on the Israelis' plan to occupy the West Bank. United States Ambassador to Israel, David Friedman, has confirmed that the US President Donald Trump's administration has recognized that plan. The act was part of the Zionists' plan to seize the whole West Bank area that has been done since 1967. In order to drive the Palestinians out of their land. The 6 NGOs also recognize Malaysia as one of the countries that have track record of defending the Palestinians in the global stage. Coming up in football, Safawi Rasid's wonder goal voted best curler. Johor Darul Ta'zim JDT star Safawi Rasid's wonder strike against China's Shandong Luneng in the AFC Champions League ACL has been voted as the best curler by Asian football fans. Safawi scored the goal after he outmuscled Shandong's Wu Xinhan before sending a curling shot into the top corner from the edge of the box in their Group E match at the Jinan Olympic Sports Centre Stadium on 9th April last year. The poll run by the AFC saw Safawi's goal garner 50% from 159,502 votes to finish ahead of Mim Thiam of Estagol, who had 48%, and former Chelsea star Oscar of Shanghai SIPG, who could only get 1% of the votes. Safawi said he was already over the moon last year when the same goal was voted as the second best goal of the ACL last season, and for it to be picked as best curling goal finish is something beyond his wildest dream. The 23-year-old winger, who's elated with the international accolades, said it was not easy to score that goal as he was under pressure by the Shandong player, and he even lost his balance and fell under the challenges, but still managed to curl the ball into the net. The Kelantan Football Association (KAFA) have applied for a postponement of the fine imposed by the world governing body FIFA with regard to the issue of owing about 629,620 ringgit in salary areas to former import player Casio Francisco de Jesus. KAFA Action Committee Chairman Ahmad Muzakir Hamid in a statement said they had filed an appeal with the Court of Arbitration for Sport CAS to set aside and rescind FIFA's decision. He said if approved, then KAFA will have until the decision made to pay the fine. Previously, it was reported that FIFA had ordered KAFA to settle the areas owed to the Brazilian defender within 30 days from 23rd April. On 9th May, KAFA launched a fund seeking online donations to help them pay the areas and save Kelantan from being hit with more drastic action by FIFA. Having raised 12,400 ringgit thus far, he hoped that more people would come forward to help them out, especially supporters of the Red Warriors, as the Kelantan football team are known. After 3 matches, Kelantan are in 7th spot in the 12-team Premier League standings with 4 points from 1 win and a draw. And that concludes today's updates at noon. In our top story, Agong MPs pay tribute to frontliners in war against COVID-19. Do join us again at 7 this evening for more updates. I'm Renee Fong. Thanks for watching and have a pleasant afternoon.